I wanted to go on a little bit about this new job and some things that I'm seeing. I don't know if my boss is new to management or not. And I don't know if the area manager's new to management or not, but I get the feeling from listening to people talk that 90% of the people involved with this company don't know what they're doing. And I don't mean that to be rude. They just opened like 6 or 7 stores in Tennessee and somewhere else. And just the way they're doing things, it's like, yeah, that's not how you want to do that. Of course, nobody's going to listen to me, but, you know, I do actually know what I'm talking about to an extent. So the store that I'm in is supposed to have a couch with some fake-ass plants and a lamp on one side, like a little waiting area with a bunch of posters and whatnot on the walls that tell you what we do. You know, typical waiting room type shit. Because the whole idea is, I don't take your phone and, like, say you've got a broken screen, I don't take your phone until I have the replacement screen in. And we have a handful of them already. And then you bring it in, and you can either go shopping and do something else, or you can sit there and wait, but I'm going to fix the screen probably in 20 or 30 minutes. Well, an hour to an hour and a half, really. It takes half an hour to just get into the thing. But it's basically this quick turnaround type thing. But there's no waiting area now yet. They opened the building, or they opened the store with nothing inside it. My first day, they were like, hey, we need you to help us hang this pegboard. And I was like, you want me to what? I'm not a carpenter. And I reiterated that several times. It's like, you understand, you're asking me to do something that I'm having to make up as I go. Otherwise saying, if this shit falls over, it's not my fault. I absolve myself of that responsibility. But they didn't advertise at all. I've never heard of the company before. They have a good service that they offer. It's a little pricey. But I can't tell you how many people have stuck their head in, oh, y'all are open? What do y'all do? Like, wait a minute. Why are we opening a store with 0 advertising? And then complaining that there's no customers. The area manager has bitched because we haven't had any income yet. We've got 2 phones waiting for people to come back and go, okay, I got paid, do it. But technically, we've made like $23 in a week. And the store manager's getting all paranoid because she thinks she's going to get fired, which they may well fire her, but if I were her, I'd be bitching up a storm with a lawyer about it. Because she actually told me it's her job to get the word out. It's her job to advertise. I was like, no, it's not. It's the fucking company job. That's corporate's job. Corporate should be buying billboards and TV ads, not telling the store manager to print out a shitload of flyers, or to figure it the fuck out, actually. They won't even send her flyers. The posters that we have, we can't put up because the area manager says, oh no, we have to have frames for those. Okay. Buy the fucking frame! Shit! There's Walmarts everywhere. Go buy 5 or 6 frames that are the right size so we can put this stuff up so we don't spend a week with people walking by looking in the store going, what's that? That's not how you make money. If you ever decide you want to start a business or open a franchise in an area where that franchise doesn't exist, naturally the first thing you got to do is secure funding and location and shit like that. But while you're building the place, you need to be advertising. You start advertising before you open so that way you generate the interest, and then with any luck, on opening day, there's already people there. And if you have a good product on opening day, you'll literally have to say, "Excuse me, I need to unlock the door," you know. But they don't do that. Ew. And they've got my poor manager, who I really do think is new, thinking she's about to get fired because she hasn't done any sales. And it's not her fault, it's their fault. And of course, they've got me wondering whether or not the damn location's even going to stay open. Now, I can't imagine that they're going to build the place and only keep it open for 4 weeks. But you never know, we may get some jackass manager in there who thinks he walks on water. The lady that I work for right now is actually arguably the best boss I've ever had. She can be a little bit more authoritative, but I'm okay with it that she's not. You know, she's one of those, I'm going to be your friend and make sure everybody's happy. Now, of course, there's only 2 people working there other than her, so she really can afford to make sure we're both happy. She kind of has to. Because if either one of us walk out, she's in trouble. But it really just blows me away that the corporate attitude for a company that exists in like 6 different states is for the individual store manager to drum up their own sales. That exists everywhere to an extent. But there's a lot of shit the corporate side should be doing that I haven't seen, you know? It's a little weird. I also think it's kind of funny. We've had 2 or 3 people come in. I said there's only 2 of us working there. There's manager and then one guy that's full-time. They won't even fucking let me be full-time. Well, that puts a lot of strain on them, and right now, it's okay because there's nothing to do. But when they start getting work in, she needs 2 techs there all the time. Which means she has to hire people. So she's been putting out help wanted ads. And we've had 2 people come by, sticking their heads in. You talk to them for a minute, and they go, "Oh no, I just wanted to make sure this place existed." It's like, yeah, I did the same shit. Before I made any hard and fast plans to show up, I stopped by to make sure that it was actually a legitimate job, you know? Because I was hired over the phone, basically. But before I mailed anything with any identification off, I went down there and stuck my head in the door. It's a very strange situation.